Good night, everybody. Welcome back to one more stream. And tonight we're going to go back to Elden Ring. I need to actually record this series, so we're going to start from the very beginning, trying to understand the choice of the class, the differences between them, why we're going to pick this class, and why this is important for you, right? Uh, I have actually completed this game many, many times, and uh, if you never played Elden Ring, this is a really good beginner's guide, so you're going to enjoy that. Now, let's start up with some myths. Okay, why people think that Elden Ring is difficult, complicated, uh, hard, uh, and you need to follow guides to become OP, and I don't believe in any of that. What I do believe is that the game is progressive. It does have a beginner's uh, begin, middle game, and end game areas, and if you end up going into an area that where you're not supposed to be, then you're going to have a hard time. It's that simple. You're going to be totally underleveled, and the enemies in there are going to be very difficult to manage. So this is one of the reasons that I don't believe that you need to do anything other than follow the game progression. And at some point in time, we are going to actually be at the same places that all these guides end up recommending. You're going to spend like 2 to 3 hours to collect the stuff that you probably not going to use. Another interesting thing is uh, you're going to use a mix of stuff. It's not that the the armaments, the armor, the weapons, the incantations, the spells are going to be set in stone. So that is the beauty of Elden Ring. It's highly customizable, and you can play whatever you want, as long as you can defeat your foes. There are actually no rules that tell that you have to do this or you have to do that. So let's start up taking a look at the classes and why they are absolutely not important. You can pick any of these guys and you're going to have a good time. The only class that you should not pick, specifically if you are a beginner, is the Wretch. The Wretch is a total unusable class. And as you can see, it's a level 1 and all the attributes are exactly the same. So, by the way, all the classes are exactly the same. The only difference is that you're going to see that some of them have different allocations, and of course, what makes some important distinction is it's the armaments that they started with. So, the Confessor, for example, it's a level 10, and by definition, it's way more powerful than the Wretch because it has 10 more levels. But also, it has all those 10 points. You have a point for each of those levels that you are. So there are 9 more points, uh, distributed in different attributes that the Wretch doesn't have. For example, uh, the Confessor have 3 more on mind, and 2 more on strength, and 2 more on dexterity, 1 less is intelligence, and 4 more on faith, 1 less in arcane, totaling, 3 plus 2, 5, plus 2, 8, minus 1, 7, then 4 minus 1, exactly those see 10 points or 9 points that you have. The difference is that you have less arcane and less intelligence because the confessor is a different class, and for the beginning, it will allow you to cast incantation. So it comes with a seal and it comes up with incantation. Same thing with the prisoner, where it's more like a spell blade. It comes with a staff, it comes with a sword, is a stock, uh, and a shield, and a couple of spells. So you can start, playing this kind of uh, class. Let's put it this way, in a way that you can have a kind of a battle mage, a character that can cast spells and also use a shield and sword if it's desired. So highly balanced. Uh, any of those classes will work, but there are classes more suitable for the beginner than others, right? So if you like to play with spells, then the prisoner is a good class, the prophet is a good class, and the astrologer, of course, it's probably the best choice if you want to play a spellcaster. Now, the other classes are, you know, geared toward the melee combat. So the hero is very heavy on the strength. It's a very powerful. It hits very hard, and the warrior also very, very dexterity, strength oriented. It has a set of scimitars, a really good weapon. You're going to start dual wielding from the beginning, but if you're a beginner, I really do not recommend. So, bottom line, what are the best classes for the beginner? So definitely you can scratch wretch. If you're playing with a wretch, you probably going to have a hard time. Later on, you're going to have a way to respec. And the problem with the wretch is you cannot respec those 10 points in attributes that you using in there. And so if you have a build that is absolutely doesn't use any arcane, then you just spent a point in arcane that you could use in a different location if you use a confessor, for example. So uh, you kind of have to have a good understanding of how do you want to play. So from my perspective, there are two things that I want to do on this playthrough. I want to play with a spellcaster, but also I want to have an option to use the best weapons in the game. And the best weapons on the game are weapons that we call quality weapons. And those weapons are the ones that are focused on a balance of strength and dexterity. These kind of builds are called quality builds. And they are very good, very balanced, very powerful, and they normally go, uh, more or less like on the Vagabond. They use a sword, they use a shield. Uh, we can um, give them some faith, can give them some intelligence points, and they're going to be able to use spells, they're going to be able to use incantations. Later on, if you decide that your build needs to actually go and morph into a build, for example, then you can allocate some points in arcane. What is the difference? The difference is that the beginning of the game is going to be way easier if you use any of these classes other than the wretch. The wretch is going to come up with just a club that basically don't do any damage. You don't want to upgrade, and unless you're doing some sort of crazy thing like a speed run and you really don't care about the kind of weapon that you're using, then it's for fun, whatever. But if you want to just play the game for the first time and not have a hard time. So here are my recommendations. The Samurai, arguably the best class in the game. So if you want to play with, a katana, to start up with a katana, a longbow, a shield, arrows. So it has short range, long range. It has everything from the beginning. See, this weapon, the Ushigatana, is one of the best weapons in the game when, you know, uh, paired with another katana. It can do massive damage, or you can upgrade to a unique katana later on in the game. So that there is nothing wrong with the samurai. And for beginners, this is a really good class. Now, the other good class to start with, it's actually the prisoner. The prisoner is really good, and we're going to acquire right at the beginning of the game a really good weapon that we can ditch the stock and use that weapon because see, the prisoner class has enough strength uh, to actually dual wield that weapon. But for this run, I'm going to use the Vagabond. See, true and tested. For me, one of the best classes in the game, besides the Samurai. So if you're not going with a Samurai, I totally recommend that you go with the Vagabond because, it has great armor. It has really good weapons. It has a short sword. It has a shield. That shield is 100% physical. So we're going to start up with this. I already have a base template. We're going to choose. So on the detail appearance, I have on my favorites. I already have a couple of Feroncios here. I'm going to use this guy. You know, um, really looks like me. Of course, I'm not that trimmed. I have uh, uh, way too much fat at the moment, but I can deal with that. So there are a couple of other things in here that we want to go, see what kind of, you know, face of the tarnish if you want to, customize your fate. But we already have our template, so Feroncio is in there, and then we're going to need to choose a keepsake. So what is this keepsake? So the keepsake is an item that you're going to start up from the beginning of the game, and uh, you know, choosing none makes no sense, right? It's free, why not? So you have a choice of a Crimson Amber Medallion, which is increasing the maximum HP, but you can have this medallion later in the game for free, so you don't need that. So you're going to have that medallion anyway. So this rune will give you a boost in terms of going up uh, on your level, because when you consume that rune, you're going to get runes, which is the basic currency of the game, and allow you to go and up your level right from the beginning. But we're going to have so many runes at the end of the game that this also is, it makes no sense. It gives you a boost at the beginning, but it's not really something that I would pick. A golden seed is a good choice. Okay, allows you to actually you know get a extra pot on the beginning. But then again, when you're going to reach in the middle of the game, we're going to have so many golden seeds that we're not going to be able to use them anymore. And right on the beginning of the game, we're going to get 2 to 3 golden seeds. So we really not going to need any of these golden seeds. The ashes is it's again something that we can get this fanged imp ashes in the middle of the game. So we really don't need it. They are good, but we're going to get a really good ash from the beginning of the game. We also don't need that. You definitely don't need cracked pots. You can buy them in abundance. Um, The stone sword key is the one that I pick all the time because we're going to have to use them to open hidden areas, and they cost some runes. At the end of the game, they don't make a difference, but right at the beginning, the more stone sword keys that you have, the best, and they are actually a much better choice than any other others. So I'm going to pick the stone sword key, and we're going to name our boy here. We already know Feroncio is born, and we're going to go into the game. So I am actually going to let go of, see the cinematics because I am actually recording this. So I really want the cinematics. I want to be able to, for people to go take a look. Most people skip on the cinematics, but it does have a lot of information. It tells you, see the story of the game, and it really adds up, uh, see to information, and it will give you, see why things are happening in the game. So it makes sense to actually go take a look at the cinematics. And you're going to see the characters in the game. See the Knight of the Black Knives, Godwin the Golden, Queen Marika. You just saw Queen Marika. Godwin was the first one to perish. And then see all the other demigods, America's offsprings. You saw one of the witches that is also a NPC in the game. Very important one, by the way. Oh my. Chris, I don't have a Discord. Thank you. And please stop spamming. So all of those names we're going to see, Huralu, Gold Mask, uh, Fia is going to show up in the game. And the Dung Eater is definitely going to make an appearance. Gideon, he'll be running the round table, so it definitely is good to watch. And in the end, there are us, so we are going to rise as well. And
one other
that is us.
whom grace would
Or
again bless.
it's really a beautiful cinematics, and
Tarnished
I
of no
strongly
renown.
recommend. That's why I wanted to play here, because it's really cool. And
Cross the fog to the lands between.
it tells us what we need to do, really.
To
Okay, so
stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
So here we are, and there are a couple of things that we need to explain. First is the movement. I am rolling, but I am rolling really hard. So the first thing that we're going to do here is adjust our equipment. And the reason that I am actually rolling that hard is because if you go take a look on the right bottom side, you're going to see equip load, and I am tagged as a heavy load. And heavy load uh, actually causes us to have a short and slow roll. But if we go and remove the helmet, for example, now we alleviate the equip load. So we got 34.8 out of 49.8. With the helmet, we have 38. So we are uh, almost, just like shine from 8 point or 9, 10 points out of being overcome. When you are overcome, you're not going to be able to roll at all. So heavy is already bad. Uh, with if we have too much, we you're not going to be able to do anything. Now the difference is now we are way more agile. You see how fast we roll. Now if you go from here to light load, then you're going to be uh, even faster in terms of your response. So the bottom line here is that, see, make your adjustment. If you're playing, with the Vagabond, make sure that you remove the helmet or you remove any other piece, but, put you in the mid load uh, so you can actually do that. The other way to do this is actually equip your helmet, give you more protection, and remove this guy here because we definitely not going to use that halberd. So this give us all protection. We still have our weapon, we still have our shield, but we don't need the halberd. So let's go and pillage this thing here, get the finger, uh, open the door, and we're going to get into the first area of frustration. Go out there. A lot of people. I'm playing offline, but a lot of people do stuff like here. If you jump, you're gonna die. So it makes no sense. You're gonna die anyway. So it doesn't matter really. But if we're going to die, let's go into die in style. So this is where we need to go. And when we get here, there will be a grafted scion, and which is way over our level. It doesn't even, it's not even fun. Can we beat that thing? I never was able to beat it, and most of the time you're going to get uh, one hit, and that's pretty much it. You can defend, and you're going to be able to do a couple of hits, but that's not the way that the game was supposed to be. Okay, so we got a hit already, and that was it. So you saw two hits, and I reached zero life. But that's the way that From Software games are. Uh, they are the intention. Well, we got another cinematics in here that is very important. So let's take a look at the cinematics, uh, and then we will discuss. Uh, the reason for you dying. The interesting piece is that we're going to meet yet uh, another NPC, very important one, and there is some role uh, lore behind this. So it's very interesting, and I recommend to actually watch the cinematics. So this is Torrent, our uh, horse or mount. It is definitely not a
Don't
horse,
worry,
but
Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
so Torrent is really concerned about our current situation. And Melina, which is this NPC,
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
so we're going to wake up and we're going to be in the training area. And then again, first time playing the game, I strongly recommend that you go through the playing area or the tutorial area and actually get used to the controls. So we have a choice to make here. So, so we got our pots, we got pots for health and pots for mana. We're not going to use pots for mana at the moment. Uh, so we have two choices. We can go up and bypass everything down there, or we can go down and do the tutorial. Brave Tarnished, take the plunge. And take the plunge is go down there, and that's the tutorial area. Also, you can see up there there is a shiny thing, but we are not able to actually reach. We're going to get that, but later. So for now, we actually going to take the plunge. There is also those messages. This one is from the game itself. So the cave of knowledge lies below. So this is the tutorial area. If you're playing online, you're going to see many of those things all over because there are ways to actually write them or see to read them from other players. But by now, here's what we're going to do. We're going down here, and it does not matter if you actually jump and your life goes down, because the first thing you're going to do is actually touch the site of grace here. And when you touch the site of grace, just by touching it, it just marks the spot, and if you die, you return to the last site of grace that you touched. Or you can actually rest, and when you rest, you just, respawn all the foes, collect all the pots. All your pots go back to the maximum. Your health goes back to the maximum. Any state that you have, like poison, bleeding, chilling, whatever, goes back to zero, and you fully healed. And you have a chance also later on. You don't see it in here, but you uh, will have other choices. One of them is to level up. But since we are in the Cave of Knowledge, we're going to learn how to use the equipment. So first is uh, the the light attack, which is just pressing R1, or you have a heavy attack by pressing R2. The longer that you press, the harder it hits. So to tag your opponent, you press R3, and you're going to see the focus on the white dot, and then see when you move, you keep on facing him. While if you don't have the focus, you can move freely. So we sometimes we're going to fight enemies using the focus. Sometimes we not going to use it. Depends on the enemy, depends on the occasion, depends on a lot of things. So uh, what is going to happen here is that I'm going to hit him on the back, which is going to cause a critical hit. Uh, and I'm actually going to let him try to hit me, and I'm going to use the shield. If you press R2, then you're going to be able to block or use the shield. The problem is that when you do that, you're going to use some stamina, which is the green bar all the way on the top. All the way on the top, you have three different stats. You have the red, which is your life. You have the blue, which is your mana to use. See the spells and incantations. All spells and incantations use mana, and you have stamina. Every time you run, you use the stamina. Every time you roll, you use the stamina. Every time you attack, you use the stamina. And of course, this is going to happen uh, later on. It's just like on the Cave of Knowledge, some of that is pretty much masked. Uh, and when you come back in here, you're going to respawn everything. So we're going to practice against this dude here and let him hit us a little bit. And then we're going to kill. See, he is okay. Oh, so let him hit us. So we block, and you see our stamina was pretty much used. Yeah, again. But we suffer no damage because the shield is 100% uh, physical block. Also, you don't need to stay in front of him, you know? You can stay on the block and hit him. So we gave him a pretty good hit, right? And then we kill him. And let's do the same with this guy here. So the basics, it's pretty much like this, right? So, but you don't have to stay in there until the enemy hits you. You can, you know, get into a good position and get a critical hit. If you hit them on the back, you get a critical hit on these guys. So some enemies have way more health than the others. And this is the basic of the combat. A little further, we're going to use a jump attack, a heavy attack. We're going to stalk some of those guys. We're going to, ambush them. But for now, I think you already have the idea, right? So let's start up again. And let's kill those dudes. Let's progress on the story. By using the shield also, there is a retaliation. You heard that sound like, a kind of a small muffled thunder, and that's because when an enemy hit your shield and you do a heavy attack after that, you have a critical hit. So you open your enemy for a critical hit, pretty much like if you're hitting them on the back. So that is one of the advantages of a shield. So also a shield is good against, missiles. So we can actually block those arrows with the shield. So right now, let's leave that guy out there. The other things we need is materials. So there's plenty of materials in the world. I recommend that you be greedy. Don't leave any behind because you need those to craft consumables. And this is very important. So this little dude in here, they have a big shield. And what we're going to do is hit him. Well, so I actually was trying to hit him and break his guard. If you keep on hitting the enemy until he has no stamina, because he is blocking, right? So if you keep on hitting him, he has no stamina, then the next attack, you're going to actually hit him critical. So right now we're going to do a jump attack. In a jump attack, it's going to hit harder than the regular attack. Way harder than the regular attack. So in here you can actually block, or you can actually so basically you can play with the game, guys. You don't have to be a silly duck. You just need to react in the same way that you would do in real life, right? So then again, use your jump attacks, use your tools, roll and hit. You can see the move. The move here, it's different than the regular attack. So if you go back and attack, you have a different move than, say just regular, small, or heavy attack. So if you do a jump attack, it's different. If you run and hit, it's different. So, but now what we're going to do is ambush this guy. So if we go behind him, then we're doing a critical. And as you crouch or go through high dense vegetation, the enemy cannot see you or hear you. Then you're able to get on his back and grab a critical kill. So why people think the game is difficult? The people think the game is difficult by two ways. First, you're going to exchange blows on a melee combat, and without thinking or without uh, evaluating your position, and that is not really good. So you should always position yourself in the best possible way, and then finish the enemy. Another rule of thumb is we're going to see it when we get actually into the game that fight 101. Do not fight 2 to 3 because that is a formula for disaster. So now we're going to have a kind of a mini boss, and this guy is not really hard, but you have to play smart with him, right? So if you play smart with him, you're going to have a very easy time. Actually, not just with him, but with all others, right? So, and we are actually back to the beginning. We're going to get an emote here. And that's another thing that we're going to do right on the beginning of the game. So now we roll back. That's where we started. But now we're going this way. And we're going to actually start the game. So this is the beginning. So out of the cave of knowledge, all of those sites of graces are important. We don't need to rest here. All we need to do is just pick it up, collect, the finger severer, the tarnished furler finger, and let's move on all the way to the beginning of the game. So this is where the game starts, and we're going to be playing from the start. We're not going to actually do anything, go this, go that, see, let's be OP this, OP that. No, we're going to be very overpowered. Don't don't think we're going to be wimps, because we are not. So let's pick up the small golden effigy and let's go talk to Vare here. First, let's pick up our grace. And let's go talk to Vare.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between
Important
the
is
Elden
to
Ring? Of
exhaust
course you have.
all the
No
NPC
shame in it.
dialogues.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold,
Yeah,
you are
so
fated,
we cannot level
it
up at the
seems,
moment because we
to
are
die in
maidenless.
obscurity.
We cannot go to the round table yet, and you would think that that's everything, but it's not. You need to
Luckily for you,
actually
however, there
keep
is
on
one
talking to him until he
shining
starts
ray of hope.
repeating himself.
Even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
So let's keep on
Grace's
talking to him.
guidance will reveal the path forward.
He's going to start
most
repeating
certainly,
himself.
to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Drafted. It's time you set off to Castle Storm if you seek the...
Okay, so now he's starting to repeat, but the important thing is you see that those little rays are pointing to the church, right? So the game is totally open world. You can go wherever you wanted, but those rays are going to point you in the proper direction. Right now, if we try to see the map, we don't have any. But this guy here, you see this site of grace is different than these other two. These do not have rays. Like there is no ray from here to here, from here to here, but there is a ray from here to some place in this direction. So there will be sites of grace with rays and site of grace without rays. And on this area, you just heard Vare saying that this will lead to Stormvale Castle. And that's where these rays are going to point. And we're going to see this very clearly very soon. So that dude out there, that is a tree guardian. This is another of the frustrations of the players, because that guy, although we can defeat him, he is going to cause a lot of pain and you're going to die, and there is no point in defeating him at this point in the game, because all of the armaments that he is going to drop you can't use, because the attributes are so high and you're not going to be able to use it until very late in this area. So there is no point in actually going in and face him and trying to pick up a fight with some foe that you're not going to be able to defeat, or even if you're able to defeat by some chance, anything that he drops you cannot use. So let's be smart. And the first thing that we're going to do is go to the church, because that's where, our rays are pointing. The rays are pointing to the church, and off we go to that church out there. Uh, these little guys here, they are good to kill. And they give you some materials. You need this to craft arrows. Besides that, you're going to see that there are rune fragments. There are 4 or 5 rune fragments in these areas, and believe me or not, rune fragments are important. So the same way as killing those guys are important, but the rune fragments are important because you can, build, uh, some stones with them, and those stones are very, very helpful. So let's go and to the church, and there is a site of grace here. You can see the race. Uh, Before we do anything, let's go over here on the front, pick up a golden rune. Then we can touch the site of grace. Let's go pick up the smith stone that is over here. We're not going to, so if you use the smith stone, we can strengthen the armament, meaning you can strengthen your weapon, see, and make it a long sword +1 or a shield +1. We're not going to do that. We're going to need those smith stones later on to use on other equipment. But this smithing table will get you, I think, up to level 2. And to upgrade it further, you really need a smith. And not the smithing table, but a really smith. And we're going to get a couple of them later in the game. But right now, let's go and talk to Kale here, which is a merchant.
I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale,
Hey.
purveyor of fine goods.
So when we talk to Kale here, he will, sell us some stuff. We don't have money, or we don't need to buy anything. We can sell our stuff to him. We can purchase stuff to him, and later on we're going to need at least a crafting kit, and with the crafting kit we're going to need recipes to craft. We're going to need a torch. If you want some equipment, you can buy some equipment. But right now, we don't need any of that. All we need to do is just keep on pushing forward to get to our next site of grace. Again, we started here. We came to the church. The church is pointing to the next place that we need to go. The next place will point to the next place, and so forth, and that's the direction that it should go, but you don't have to. This is open world. Again, we don't have a map yet. We're going to get one. That's the next step. But if you open the map and you see this little thing in here, that means this is where the map is for this region. So we're going to get going on this way, and we're going to get a map here. But for now, all we need to do is just keep on following the road. There will be a guard. I am actually collecting everything because I just like all of this. But all you need to do is just keep on going on this road. Let this guy come, use your shield, retaliate. You thought that we retaliated. He dropped on his knees. We could actually have a critical on them, but I didn't do it. So we just missed the opportunity to demonstrate that, but we will have plenty later on. So in here we got another guy, and I can just crouch and go behind his back. I really don't need to expose myself. Ah, that that bright stars and this shiny thing, meaning that he dropped something. And he dropped the helm, and he dropped the greaves, which is pretty good. I like that. So this is random. It is not a guaranteed drop. I just got lucky, and these guys will drop equipment, right? He can drop a tunic like that. He dropped the greaves and the helmet. We can actually go check his helmet. His helmet is worse than the one that we have. It weighs the same, but it has less physical damage, less lightning damage, get the same poise, and give us less immunity, less robustness. So it's definitely not a good choice. Same thing with the greaves. Actually, the greaves are a little better, but they weight more. So the greaves weight 6.6, ours 5.7. It's still not going to get us in a heavy load, so we can use it. But at this point, it doesn't matter if we're going to have one more point in poise or not. But it gives us better protection against strikes, slashes, piercings. So I actually going to, equip those greaves and use them. So the other guy, we don't need to fight him at the moment. We can just for demonstrating the critical stuff. And let's do that. So he dropped. I still didn't do the critical. Anyway, okay. So let's move on and let's go to the site of grace and get our weapon, because that's what we wanted to do. So let's kill this dude. Let's collect this. Let's collect some of these fragments. I think there is a lot of fragments here, and I really like them. We need those stones. I think there is one more here. And then off we go. Just follow the road. And what you want to do is you don't want to go into the encampment head on. We're going to destroy this encampment right now. But before we do that, we're going to collect our weapon, pick up the map, going to talk to Melina, doing some upgrades. There is a lot of stuff to do. And I didn't want to actually pick up this guy. I really didn't want, this guy to see me, but he did. So this is the first important thing in the game. This is a long sword. We're going to be using this guy for a while. We're going to equip it right away. We most likely don't have the stats to use it, so you can see this is a strength 16 weapon. We do have the required dexterity, which is 10. We have 13 in dexterity. Hey, yo, Flynn, talk to me. So we have the dexterity, but we don't have the strength. But we can actually equip that and use the weapon two-handed, and that's what we're going to do. Uh, there is a reason for that. We're going to let go of the shield since we're going to equip the weapon two-handed, and uh, to hand the weapon, you need to press the Y or the triangle and then the R1 bumper, or the left, the L1 bumper, depending on the weapon that you want to equip. So now we are actually okay. We don't have the black, the red cross that was on the top. If we stop using it two-handed and we go to equipment, there is a red cross on top saying, and you can see that the strength is 16 in red, meaning we don't have enough strength to equip this weapon and use it correctly. If you press the triangle, or the Y in the Xbox controller, you're going to see that our armament attack power, the R1 armament, which is that guy that we're using, this is R1, R2, and R3. This is L1, L2, and L3. So R1 is 81 points of damage, because we are not using it to full potential. But if we dual hand it, and now we're going to check that, we're going to see that we're doing 161 points of damage. And this is a lot of damage. Uh, the other important thing is that this uh, weapon provides us 65% of physical damage negation. So you can see, like on the guarded damage negation, is 65. It's not 100 like the shield was, but let's be realistic. 65, it's not bad. We can actually defend with the weapon and negate some of the damage. So, not bad at all. Next thing we're going to do is just go ahead and pick up the map. We don't care if that guy is going to call everybody or not. We just go to the map and go into the site of the grace. And we actually going to rest here and talk to Melina, get torrent. We are going to let the cinematics go again. And there is one more cinematics that I want, which is at the church. But this is Melina, which is a cool cinematics. Yo, Flynn.
I offer you an accord.
So let's hear about this accord.
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
Until now, until you show up, yes.
I can play the role of maiden,
Thank you, Melina.
turning runes into strength
Ah,
to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you
I'll take you.
to the foot of the Erd Tree.
I'll take you to the foot of the earth tree, and let's accept the deal. It's settled.
Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter.
Another.
I bequeath to you this ring.
So now,
Use
we
it
can
to
call the
traverse great
torrent.
distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
Awesome.
Torrent has chosen you.
You, wow.
Treat him with respect.
I will. Okay, so now we are at night, and we want to be at night because the game actually uh, made that. But we're going to leave, and from here we're going to hit the map. Now we already have a map, and you can see this site of grace is also pointing in this direction, and this is Castle Stormvale. So we started here, pointed to here, pointed to here. It's we're going to get another one that's going to point this ways all the way until the castle, and that's the way to go. But from here we're going to fast travel all the way to the church. We can fast travel just by hitting the site of graces that
This way,
we've been.
tarnished.
And
May
now
I
we're
have
going
a
to
word?
talk to Rena.
A pleasure to meet thee, tarnished.
A
I am the
pleasure.
witch Rena.
Ah,
I'd heard tell of a tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee.
yes, it
Thou art
is.
possessed of the power, no?
Yeah, of
To call
course I
forth the
do.
spectral steed named Torrent.
Yes, I can call him. Yes.
As I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master.
Thank you. So now we have a spirit calling bell, and we have
'Tis a
some
bell for calling
ashes of
forth
war.
spirits. Summon them with it.
I have actually
From
some
ash
spirit
return to the
ashes.
Erdtree.
We're going
The
to
spirits
equip,
will obey thine
and
command
we're
but
going to
briefly,
use them right away.
as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
Awesome. Let's
Forgive
talk.
mine intrusion,
Oh,
tarnished.
you
I
forgot.
doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How
Hmm.
long will it be, I wonder, before the tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
Hmm. So Rena will go away. We'll meet her later on the game. Let's go get some materials, and from here we go back. We'll go back right here to the great front, where we're going to unleash some hell. So now we're here. Couple of things first. You can see some bats in the distance, and that's because it is night. The game treats night and day in a total different ways. Things happen at night that will not happen in the day, and there are some enemies that only show up at night. You won't be able to see them or fight them during the day. So what we're going to do right away is to pass time, and we're going until morning. So the clock advanced, we're going back, and we're going to level up. We are we have 1 point to level, and the first thing we're going to do is to actually end up upgrading our strength. I want to get to 18 as soon as possible so I can actually single wield the weapon. But right now I am double wielding, and we're going to start cleaning we're going to clear this whole encampment at the moment. So we just playing. You don't need to be, go out of your way to get anything. And all we need to do is just play smart. We can have a good time. So this guy comes, and we're going to use our weapon. And the good thing about this weapon is a great sword, and it's going to cause some staggering. Now, the other thing that we need to do is to ensure that we have over here, we're going to remove this, and we're going to equip the weed, the whistle for the spectral weed, uh, and we're going to equip our lone wolf, spirit ashes. So now, when you press the triangle, you have on the D-pad, on the cross pad, you can press up and you summon torrent. Uh, you can go and have fun with him. To dismount, you just do the same, or you just press the L3, and you can call the spirit ashes in this place. You can see on the left side there is an icon for kind of a tombstone, and that tells you that you can call spirit ashes in here. It's not every place that you can do this. You can call, but in here you can. So let's keep on going and let's finish those guys. Okay, he dropped something. Okay, another helm. So these little things in here, those little skulls, the skulls with they are bright. They have some lights on it. They worth 200 runes. So it's a golden rune number one, and we want to collect them all. We really, they add up pretty fast, and they are a tremendous help. So you want them. Come on, come on. See, then again, you want to fight 101. You really don't want to fight 3 or 4 at the same time. You just want to tease them. They come in. You can block, or you can be smart. And make short service of them. Just don't expose yourself, unnecessary. Don't go with too much thirst to the pot. Just play smart, and you can clear this whole thing without maybe a single hit from those guys. So this dude is the boss, that big captain out there. You don't want to fight him yet. You just want, to get smart. But if he follows, or he didn't follow, that's good. He is smart. He is going to stop by that guy, the fellow soldier that is on the ground, and he's going to look, what the hell is going on here? So let's go take a look at this. I don't think he even noticed. No, he noticed. Look at that. He noticed, where is my guy? What? But then he's going to keep on going. And what we're going to do is drop down here, pick up what we came to pick up, which is the most important thing in this encampment. So we got Ash of War, and we got a whetstone, which allow us to put some ashes of war into our weapons. So right now we pretty much clear this whole left side, and we're going to engage with that dude, but we also going to be smart, right? We're going to let him go, pillage this thing, and then go behind him and hit him on the back. And now we're going to call our wolves and let the wolves make short work of him. And we're going to pick up some so now he is done. The rest of the encampment came in, and while they actually have fun with the wolves, we have fun with them. So he actually hit me, which sucks. And now we retaliate. Look at that. So I'm actually going to drink one of my pots. and have fun. So we killed everybody and we got our pots back. So not a lot of trouble. We just cleared the whole thing. The wolves help us. We already got that weapon. There is another one that we're going to get on this other side. And we're going to get the flail here. We cannot use the flail yet, I think. So let's go take a look at the flail. Yeah, we need 18 dexterity, and we don't have that. Different than the... So let's pick up Torrent. And let's go to the next site of grace, which is this one here. We're going to actually go and rest in here. And really good, there is this raider dude out there, which is a pain. What we're going to do is fight him from the horse. Now, he really hits hard, people. You really don't want to get him hitting you, because he really hits very hard. You want to hit him, but you don't want him to hit you. So, now once he is down, don't... He is still very dangerous. So you can see that he is not for the faint of heart. So we basically almost lost half of our life. He is 2 hits and you're dead, basically. So we're going to get back here, and what I wanted was he will drop the dismounter, which is the weapon that he was using, very heavy, but he will also drop all that equipment, the Caden set. So right now, what we're going to do, we're going to get back to our site of grace here, and we're going to talk to Bok, which is one of the NPCs. I'm not going to fight the Caden Raider now. I am just going to follow up on here, and we're going to see... Oi! Oi! So where is Bok? So you come over here, pick up the artillery leaf, and you're going to see that little... This bush here, which is totally different. I end up drinking instead of actually hitting. So here is Bok.
Oh, yes. Some clothes were just break. Thank you. I was pushed and I ended up.
So I am fasting, skipping through his dialogue, because this is actually not really important. He's going to give us some mushrooms, and he's saying that he's in a cave. And we're going to meet him very soon again. But right now, leave him be. If you pick up your map, you're going to see that there is an icon in here for Bok, and that's how the game informs you. Okay, there is an NPC here. On the church, you also have Kale here, Merchant Kale right here, and you have Vare here, White Mask Vare. So as you encounter NPCs, and they stay or may move, to other locations, you're going to find them by using these icons. So let's leave Bok by himself, and let's keep on. These guys are irrelevant, but if you want, you can kill them. You know, really. The guy with the torch is the guy that gives you most trouble. Uh, you know, the torch hits, you're going to get into fire. But other than that, you just kill those guys. And because I've been playing other games too much, I've been pressing wrong buttons and, you know, end up drinking a pot. This is a good way. If you use your pots, you can get them back. So there is another of those raiders in there. Now he just turned back. What we want to do is just go and hit that this dude here, because there is an Ash of War. You end up aggravating those guys. So don't give him space, don't give them space, just go and hit them. We will proceed that way, so I am actually going to fight that Caden Raider. All we need is really this this smithing stone, but since we are here, let's go and have some fun with the Caden Raider. And he still did not drop anything, so that's okay. From there, what we're going to do is just go over here. There is a smithing stone here we're going to get. So we got a somber smithing stone, which is different than a regular smithing stone. Then we're going over here, get this dude. Got the butterflies, and let's check out. So we have done pretty much, you know, so the encampment, this is all done in here. We clear up this area, we talk to Bok, and we have two options. We can go this way, go to a church that is in here, pick up a seed, or we can go this way, all the way down here. What we're going to do is go this way here, and at this moment you will ignore the whole thing. We're just going to run. There will be an ogre, there will be some demi-humans, and all we need to do is just go to the church that is in here, and then you can see here there is another mark for another piece of the map, and that's what we're going to do next. So okay, we got a skull and we got some golden runes. Really, you don't want to engage those dudes. If you want to, you can, but there is no need. The Caden Raider is the same. You really don't want to get engaged with the Caden Raider. You don't need to. If you want to fight him, that's fine, that's up to you. But there is another site of grace right here, and that's where we're heading. We're not going to worry. All we want is just go get to the site of grace. Where is my site of grace, by the way? There it is. So and let's keep on moving. So over here there is another NPC that we need to talk, and we're going to hear him calling us. Hello, hello, is anybody there? So So let's go rescue the great Kenneth Hyde.
Grant me succor! Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no, despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Hyde. Next in line, untarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it, half a fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
So this is actually, yeah, let's go. So let's not forget to exhaust all of the dialogue.
What are you waiting for?
Okay, so what we are waiting for, and that's our cue to actually go and go do what we need to do. So we're going to get back in here. There are some demi-humans in here that we don't want to mess up right now. So that is the big ogre that I told you. We're not going to fight him. We will be back and give him some grievance, but later, not right now. So let the ogre be, because what we need to do is come to this church. This church is very, very important. We're going to go here, collect a flask of Wondrous Physic. Come over here, collect a Sacred Tear, and what we're going to do is sit down, add the grace, go mess up with the flask. We're going to increase the amount replenished by the flasks. We're going to allocate. We're not using any spells at the moment, so we're going to allocate all of that to life. We can actually, I think we can level up. Yes, we could. Right now, the first thing I am going to do is that, then again, I need to get this guy as fast as possible. Let's see if this is 18 again, equipment. So now we can single yield. We don't need to dual yield anymore. So if we go take a look at that, it's not a 180 anymore. If we actually dual yield this does more damage, 163, and we are doing like 136 plus 27. And if we just single yield it, I don't want to sit down in best time. If we're going to single yield it, and what it does is 136 instead of 27. We're doing 136 the base plus 20 of bonus due to our dexterity and the strength scaling, which is the other thing that I need to talk about it. So the weapons scale with those attributes. As they improve, the scaling are going to change to C, to B, to A, and to S, which is the higher that you can get, and it gives you a lot of bonuses. So at the moment, which is really good, we can go back and equip our shield. And let's make sure that we still be able. Okay, so we are heavy at the moment, so which is pretty bad. So we are heavy load. Now what we can do is increase, since we have some points, and we're going to need that anyway. What we need to do is increase our endurance. When you increase the endurance, you can see that your max equip load is highlighted and it's going to increase for each point. We're going to increase the max equip load. So we're going to want this endurance to be at 20. Uh, so since we already have the equipment that we need, and we want to have a lot of vigor because we are a melee oriented character, we're going to be in the face and we're going to exchange blows and we're going to actually be hit a lot. We want to have high vigor, but we also need endurance in order to be able to block and hit. So right now we're going to do that, and let's see if that actually helped on the equipment. Now we're still heavy, but maybe okay. So if we take the helmet, or maybe even better, let's put the helmet back, and let's see if we go back. No, that doesn't help. So we still have. Oh, okay. We are actually with the vagabond. We did not use the greaves. Okay. So let's go put back the greaves because it doesn't matter. We can remove the helmet. Let's see if the other helmet is still heavy load. Doesn't matter. So we're going to be us, not use the helmet, but at least we can just roll, right? So from here we're going to get all the way over here, and then we're going to keep all the way to the castle where Kenneth Haig complained to us that a knight actually took over his castle, and we're going to get the castle back for him. So let's use the first time. We're going to put up a marker here so we can actually go in that direction, and off we go. Okay, so we need to go this way, follow the road here. Later on we're going to actually hit that area, so don't worry about it. All we need to do now is just keep on moving. We're going to hear a howl, which is very important. We can actually fight this small bear. And the bear will give us some hefty beast bones, which is also material that we need. Important things is, excrements are important. We want to collect them. All of this stuff is important. You really want to collect them. But what you don't want is to expose yourself unnecessary. So we got... So that big bear out there, he is bigger than you, and it's going to kill you if you decide to go into a fight with him. All you want to do is just go collect that thing and move on. So that's what we're going to do. We collected that book, collected that skull. We're going to keep on moving. We end up right here, which is not the place that I want to go. We will come back here later, but right now what we need to do is go all the way over here. So let's keep on moving, following the road, collecting stuff. And we hear in the howling, and we are the moment. Okay, so this guy is coming back for us now. We can hear the demi-humans just bitching about it, but yeah, and because we are in combat, we're not going to be able to see where we are. But okay, so this is the Mistwood ruins. We're going to get back in here because there is this guy called Blythe, the half wolf, that we need to actually work with him. He is very important, but at the moment, all we need to do is just follow the road, collecting everything. Forget about the demi-humans. We're going to get back to you, but just follow this road all the way. You're going to see out there a site of grace. We're not going to drop there quite yet. We want to actually go over here. And what we're going to do is, there is this beautiful tree out here that we're going to collect a seed from it. So once you get the golden seed, then it's okay. Let's go back. And now we're going back to the site of grace. And we're going to sit down. We're going to increase the pot. So on the flasks, you see there is a star in there. We're going to add charge, and now we got, 5 instead of 4. So we progressing. We don't need to allocate anything at the moment. So we have 5 pots, and we're going to actually clear that thing now. And to do that, we're going to have to be smart. This area, it's not easy, okay? There is a really good chance that we're gonna die. But if we play smart, we can handle. So there is this big ogre out there. As we come closer, the ogre is going to start to move. So, and you wait, because the ogre is going to engage the demi-humans. You can see everybody is going to face the demi-humans, and there is this little dude here that end up being all by himself, and we don't want to face the ogre. Then again, there are too many enemies. We just wanted to take them one by one. Since the ogre is still out there, we're going to let them do what they have to do, and then we're going here, and we're going to rush up. Okay, just run, be careful. These dudes will throw some fire pots, and all we want to do is just go over here, run, and climb this. So this is the night. Okay, so the night got us. Very unfortunate. Normally it doesn't do that, but that's okay. It's part of the game. Let's go back and make sure that this is actually in the morning. And let's go out there, collect our runes, and make sure that we can kill that knight, because it has a very important item for us. So that's okay. We just have to do this again. Not a big deal. By the way, you can see your runes up to on the HUD. Let's wait for the ogre to go down. Start engaging those demi-humans. Then we're going to kill this dude. Probably we're going to kill the other knight that is on the base of the stairs. So he's going to put the flag down. Whoa, this is exactly what you didn't want. That's exactly what I didn't want. So that is okay. End up playing in our favor. The ogre is still taking a look in there. This dude here, we can actually get him. This dude, we can fight him as long as it's not the ogre. It's okay. This is the beauty of the longsword. Now we just going to really run, you know, forget about those dudes. And collect our runes, get up there. I don't think the knight, oh, here it is, which is even better. Okay, as soon as we get up here, we're going to invoke our wolves. And we're going to collect the medallion, because that's what we're here for. And let the wolves do short work out of the knight. The knight actually went all the way. Oh no, here he is. Oh, he is going down. We're going to punish him. Yeah, I failed, people. That is okay. So while he is up there and he is going to get down, we're going to kill those dudes. The knight is going, he didn't die, there you go. But he is almost dying. And we really want to get done with this knight. So once we get done with the knight, the rest is really easy. You know, we pretty much don't need to worry anything. So the wolves are going to work. We're going to kill those dudes. There is a dude over here on the ballista. There is a smithing stone on the other side. And now we get to these dudes. We don't have any more of our wolves. The wolves are done. We'll need to wait until this mice come in here. The mice is smart. They are smart. Yeah, we gotta be careful with all of this fire, because this can actually hurt, and it can hurt a lot. So okay, so now we die, but the good thing is we killed the knight, and because of that, you know, we're going to do a couple of things. First, we're going to do the first Ash of War. We're going to include this Ash of War Bloody Slash, and we're going to make our weapon cause bleed. So now we not just have a great weapon, we have a great weapon that causes blood loss, and this is huge. I mean, huge. So we have another thing that is the Ash of War, and what we're going to do is actually on our flask we're going to allocate one again, because we're going to most dual wield our weapon and use the Ash of War until we can actually put a no skill on the shield, which is right now the skill is sparing. If we use the Ash of War with the skill with the shield, it's going to give us trouble. So as you can see, there are no more ogres, there are nothing because we defeated the knight. We just need to go talk to Kenneth Haig, tell him, yeah, I took the fort back, but there are some items in here that I need, so we're going to get back in there. The rats, I think, are gone, everything is gone, so we just have to actually go and pick everything, including our runes. So the runes, you know, say we got killed in here, the runes are here. Collect the runes, everything else is empty. Don't have to worry about that. But there is an item in here important. Those barrels, they explode when those guys actually throw fire on us. They aim at the barrels, and if we are close, there is a massive explosion. It's very interesting. But in here, there is a cookbook. You know, if you came in here during the game and didn't get killed, there is an enemy in here, so you have to fight him. But in this case, everything is cozy. Don't forget to pick up all the blood roses. The blood roses are very important. So just keep in mind that there are blood roses here because they are very good for, you know, crafting a grease that it's a blood grease. So you coat your weapon on that grease and it will allow you to cause bleeding. Same as this weapon. So now we've done the castle. This is done. There are a couple of things in here that we can do before we actually go back. There is stuff in this beach that is just like a couple of runes in here, but most important than not is this cemetery here. You know, it's hard to tell, but this is a cemetery. There is a lot of runes here, and we're going to collect them all. So, and this is where we're going at the moment. So first thing, let's go to the beach. Pick up the golden rune. Don't worry about the turtles. If you want to kill the turtles, by all means do it. Your most important guy is this dude here. And we're going to get him by doing heavy attacks. 2 heavy attacks, and we're going to cause a crit. And by causing crit, you will just kill him very easy. So the little guys are just they are not even here. So, and all of that, folks, all we wanted really is this thing here, a golden rune number 1. Really, 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 really. If you really don't want to do that, that's fine, don't do it. Looks like there is another school here. Let's pick that up. And what we're going to do is go to the cemetery right here and collect more runes. There will be wolves in here, and those wolves can be quite aggressive, so don't give them any space. Don't forget to guard if they attack you. That mitigates the amount of damage that you receive, and those wolves can overwhelm you, in quantity. So be on the guard and just don't give them space. And if you have to bait them, bait them. Once you hear the music change, you know that there is an enemy on you. Switch to your shield. It's good against the wolves to retaliation. See the wolf. He actually bited me. Especially the big one. So you saw that I defeated him because of blood loss. He actually got beaten because we caused blood loss on him, not because of damage. But pick up all the golden runes, just be mindful of the wolves. See, you really want to retaliate on them. Best way to handle those, let them attack you. And then you can retaliate. There is one more here, and then we can have some fun. Okay, I think there is one more before we can actually get our pots. And look at them. They are smart. So we got our pots back. There is some mats in here. Let's go get them. But now we cleared all this graveyard. We collected a bunch of runes. Really good. So let's see what is next. So we definitely need to go and talk to Blade over here. There is a lot of stuff in here, including a couple of bubbles that we need to put into our flask of wonders. But the most important thing now is go talk to Kenneth. Okay, and so this is the first thing that we're going to do. Go talk to Kenneth Haig.
Been waiting for you. Did you manage to? Excellent. Well done. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward. As
Thank
promised.
you.
Go ahead.
So we got a dagger. Not really sure if we can use that dagger at the moment.
Well, and even the which is why just you what?
But he's going to be moving.
Into my who knows? What say you?
Yeah, we're going to pledge service to him.
I see. Right then, I'm much.
So then we're going to leave him. He's still here. As soon as we rest, he is going to be gone. But the next thing we're going to do is go all the way to the Church of Ela. We're going to talk to Kale. And we're going to talk to him about the howl.
Wait, weren't you... Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
So we talk about the howling in the Mistwood.
The howl of a wolf. In the Mistwood. I know. Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Don't fret, I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
So, so we got the finger
Goodbye
snap.
for now.
So another thing that I am going to do is take all of these gestures out because they totally get in the way. And now we're going back to the Mistwood right here. Best way to do it, it's come from the castle. Let's also inspect the map. You're going to see that Koenig is not here anymore. But we actually need to go back to the castle to talk to him. And then his icon is going to show here where is going to stay until we come back. Let's make sure that we are in the morning. We are. Uh, there'll be some demi-humans in there and we need to be careful with them, but nothing that we cannot handle. So the castle is now back to life, and there will be demi-humans, but we really just want to actually go back up. Don't worry about the demi-humans. Just go all the way up and let's go talk to Kenny Haig. The demi-humans are going to follow us, and now we're going to deal with them. You know, there won't be a lot, so... Ah! Look at me. So you shouldn't be needing to deal with them but it is okay. I'm having some fun. But if you feel you're not able to handle them, you know, by all means, invoke the wolves and let's go talk to Kenneth Haig.
You, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes? Oh,
Yes.
It is a foul one must be found, with a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
So he is upset with Godric.
I'm sorry to have that I haven't the great Kenneth Height, but now, and what a true...
So he is going to do his stuff. We frankly don't care, but now you can see his icon is in here, and he's going to stay here until we actually go to Stormvale Castle and do some other things. His quest is long, but at the moment, that's all we can do. Now, what we're going to do is go here, talk to Blythe. But before we do that, we'll actually go over here in this area and discuss some differences. So let's go talk to the ghost. Demi-humans, Lord Kenneth, he's complaining. We're going to get the demi-humans too. Yeah. Bye. Okay, so the interesting thing, why are we here? we're here for two things. First, there is a merchant hidden, and the way that we're going to deal with this merchant, let's say open for business. That's because behind these bushes there is a merchant, and we're going to. Uh, I don't recommend you doing this with the NPCs. But what we're going to do is kill this guy. And the reason for that is I don't want to actually keep on remembering the location of every single merchant and going back. I want them all in a single place. And the way to do this is by collecting their bell rings. So this guy sells, a couple of recipes, a shield, another shield that is pretty bad. Uh, but the important thing is a couple of recipes, some smithing stones. But the whole point is I really don't want to come back and check with him if I need this or I need that. So the bottom line is that I am actually going to hit him hard.
Please, Fox. What the is wrong with
And by doing that, I get his bell bearing. Uh, the interesting piece about the bell bearing is that we're going to turn them in a single location, and from that point on, I can access everything that this merchant was selling. So I don't have to worry about where was the merchant, if I collected things, if there is something that I forgot that I need. So let's go back and make sure that, oh, before we do that, let's go over here and make sure that we collect the tiers that we want. Let me see. Yeah, we need to go on top of this structure. There is a lot of important things over here. Yep. Okay, so in here there are some very important things. First, there is this guy in there, one of those uh, big balls that it is going to run away. That's okay. That just give us some life. The red give us life. The blue. See, we really don't want to follow them. They are not important at this point. There is one, however, that is important. We going to need to locate. So we got a couple of tiers to mix in our wondrous flask. But we also are looking for that particular Ash of War that should be in here. And it is a ball, one of those big balls. Not this one, but let's demonstrate this. So this is supposed to replenish all of your flasks, or at least a few of them. And we really don't care about those. We care about the other one. And that is what I'm looking for. So this is the elevator, the well. We're going to get to the well in a moment. I think the what we're looking for is uh, it's down in this area. I think we went too far. Okay, so the problem with that is that if we take too long, they roll out and disappear. The way to handle that is just reloading the game. Uh, so what we're going to do is first let's go take a look to see if we see it. We don't. I don't see it in here. I don't see it in here. So what we're going to do is go here, system, and quit the game. And then we're going to reload it. And once we get back, our everything should be back the way it was supposed to be. We can hear. Okay, there it is. This is the dude that I was looking for. Don't go away, boy. Okay. So the ground slam Ash of War, that was one of the things that we came. So the other thing that we're going to do is actually go into the well. We're not going to do anything at the moment with the well, but the important thing is we're going to get a site of grace for later on. And this is actually another big area of the game. So there is a huge area under the main map, which is a lot of things, but it's kind of a mid to late game. We won't be here right on the beginning, but I'm going to get the site of grace so I don't need to ride the elevator all the time. And we will not have a map over here, so you can see this is beautiful. Very well, nice game, and look at our sword. It's just like wow, nice. And this is all we're going to do. It's pick up the site of grace. We don't need to actually go and explore. We are totally under level here, and if you go and try anything in here, you're going to have a really hard time. Let's put it this way. Besides, there is nothing here that we can use at the moment. So where are we? So we are under the map, and we can actually choose between top and bottom by press R3. So you see this is the Siofra River, and this is our regular site of grace. I don't see the site of grace in here. We need to go actually over here, so we're going to ride back the elevator and go talk. Brew follow times follow, please. What is brew follow? X follow. All right, CS2 extreme. Brew. Follow and follow. Okay, follow me. It's fine with me, man. You know, that's what we're here for. To give you content. this is not bad for the beginning of the game. Look at that. He's looking quite well. You know, nice looking. You know, not bad at all. Okay, so we are back, and we definitely need to go talk to Kale. You don't want to mess up with that big wolf. Um, what we want to do is go over here, but stay away for the big bad wolf. Let's stay away from the big bad wolf. Okay, we can hear the howl, and gotta be really careful in here because there is yet another big bad wolf, and we definitely don't want to mess up with that dude. And he is right here, sleeping. We're going behind his back, over here. We can see, you know, Blight right there on the top, and we need to do a finger snap. We're going to get sword stone. Oh, it's a smithing stone. I thought it was a sword stone. Okay, so now we're going all the way. We need to talk to the big guy. And to do that, we're going to do the finger snap. So go over here on the gestures. Jump for joy. Finger snap. Actually, let's test now. And that's it. He is going to fall, and we need to talk to him.
Who goes there?
Who goes there? Yeah, he did.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody.
Yep.
Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fit. Darrowell is nothing and in need of...
Okay. So now we talk to Blight. We are not done in this region. There is a lot of stuff in here. We're going to actually go try to collect one thing that is in here before we actually come back and clear this whole region. But we almost, you know, clear up this whole thing here. It's not a lot of stuff. That is, you know, big bears, and those bears can be a pain, especially at the level that we are. But we are here, and we're going to try to sneak past one of those big bears, collect a medallion, collect some Trina lilies. There is a golden room, and we can hear him snoring, right? Look at that. We really don't want to mess up with the dude. Look at that bear, man. That guy is good. We need to go on that little thing in there, and what we're going to do is try to go around him and collect all the Trina lilies. I really want the Trina lilies, but I don't want to get killed by the bear, so we have to be very careful and sneak. So we got one, we got two, okay. So, so, and we are going to get the hell out of here, folks. Uh, Actually, we're going to be smart, pick up the Trina Lily and go under and let the bear look for us because this is where we wanted to go no matter what. So let's go over here, open this thing up, pick up the Axe Talisman. The Axe Talisman is the first talisman. We have only a single talisman slot, and we're going to equip that. Enhances charge attack, and we use a lot of charge attacks. The good thing is that from here, we're going back to the church, leave the bear. We can try to kill the bear. Really, it's going to give us some good experience. I think it gives us about 500 runes. We can use the little wolves, but here it is, back at sleeping, I guess. And we gave him a couple of hits, and he is massively pissed now. Yeah, that is great. Gotta be careful. So let's go around here again. Let's invoke our wolves and let them handle the bear, right? Or let's see if they can handle the bear, because we definitely going to have a hard time on the bear. But then again, you know, hit and run may be the tactics to go. Oh, whoa. Ah, he got me. Look at that. Damn, bear. Damn, bear. Oh, we're not causing. That bear is a beast bear. Whoa! Oh, we got a critical on the bear, people. Oh, if we get one more hit before we drink our pot, we are in trouble. But the bear is almost dying, folks. We killed the bear. Yay! Oh, he gave us a massive amount of runes, 1,000 and some change. That is a lot of. And now the good thing is that we can go back and collect all the Trina lilies. Okay, Trina lilies are rare, and they do not respawn. So we end up having 2 wolves still, not bad. Almost make me think that I want to go and fight the other bears that are here. but frankly, not really, especially in the dark. So that is another golden rune here. Rower fruits, they are very common and they will respawn. So all of these excrements, they are important. Okay, so you want to collect them. There is a big lake that we're going to come back in this area here that will give us some other stuff. But right now, let's go back to the third church of Marika because there is a couple of items on the other side that we need. So, and the first thing we need to do is just go rest. We're going to mix the wonderful physics because we had nothing in there, and we're going to put the stamina boost. We're going to put the charge attacks. So I really don't want to put the health because I'm going to use this flask at the beginning of fights, not in the middle of fights. So I want to charge attack and I want the stamina as we progress to the game. We're going to feel all of that. I don't want to talk to Melina. We can level up. We can increase our endurance, I think, all the way to 15. Uh, that is not bad thing to do it. But I'm going to save these things because I really want the weapon that we're going to get. Uh, oh, one more thing. Let's make sure that we are in the morning. Once we are in the morning, I really don't want to spoil things, and I told you guys that we're going to actually play the game, not going to do any I'm OP this, I'm OP that, but it's part of the game, and it's not really uh, going over what I said or going against what I mentioned, but there is a teleporter in here. We're going to be notified of this teleporter uh, later on the game, and this teleporter is going to take us all the way to a region over here. Uh, but at this moment, all I want is an item that is on this area, and we're going to get it right now. So let's go out uh, from the church and let's go into the river and let's go. So in here we gotta be careful with these pesky things because they are a pain, but they are also important. They will give us some really good materials that we need those materials. So we can just go, and when they drop, you can just hit them. The dragonfly head, and if they hit you, they just annoying. Okay, they do not cause major damage. They are not a threat at all. Now, what we want is one shiny that is over here. And there he is. So we're going to run, and then hit him. And it's the sacred blade. We want that sacred blade. And that's all I want from now, from here. I want that Ash of War. So with that, we can come back all the way. We're going to do all of this area, but right now let's do more content in this area here. So we can do a couple of things. First, yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the gate front. And guys, I am not jumping from place to place. I'm just going to be logical because there is another golden seed that we can get on the way over here. And we definitely need to actually go get our weapon that is over here. But before we actually go south, and complete this whole lake area. There is a lot of content here, but I want to just go over here and collect another seed. So when you pass over here, be careful because there is that big ogre that is going to try to jump on top of you. And life is not good if he does that. So ignore all of those guys. We can come back and kill them later from the top. But the most important thing right now is just go over here, collect the seed, and then keep on going. There'll be some wolves they're going to drop. You don't care about them. What you care is to get here, touch the grace. The wolves may come after you, and then you can deal with the wolves. And there you go. We got the beastie bones. Before you go talk to Roderica, go over here, pick up the sword key, kill more wolves. There is one less. Ah, come on, boy, come on. Alright, the wolves are gone. Let's go talk to Roderica.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider.
So what she's talking about
by the spider. You become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark.
is that first monster that we fought right at the beginning of the game.
You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle?
Yes.
Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose.
Yeah, Vare.
Oh, you've come to be one with the spider?
No.
Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. Or legs. Or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
Yeah, hang in there, girl.
Can you take this little one along with you?
So we got a spirit jellyfish ash, which is really good. And Roderica, Roderica is going to wait here for us until we actually go to the round table, which is late game. So there are a couple of things that we can do. Down here, there is another smithing stone right there on the chair. I'm just going to collect that really quick. So let's see how I can drop down. And okay, there is another golden rune here. And I'm just going to pick up that smithing stone. So we here, then again, you know, following up, you have this site of graces pointing to where you need to go, which is the Stormvale Castle. We're not going to do anything on the Stormvale Castle at the moment. There is a lot of stuff that we need to do before. We're just going to follow along this road at the moment. There is a lot of content in here that we're not going to do it at the moment. The first thing we're going to do it is go to a shack right here, but there are some raiders that I want to take care of before we do that, so we're going to just follow the road. Let's see where we are. Uh, there are some stuff also on top of these ruins. Not really sure if this one has. Looks like this one has nothing, but that other one has it. So, but at the moment, again, all I want to do is just follow the road. There will be some Caden Raiders that I want to dispatch. And you gotta be careful with those raiders because they hit really, really, really hard. You see how hard he hit, right? Look at that. So you're not careful, these raiders are going to make short work of you. Um, so let's put the shield back. And the problem with the shield is exactly like that. You know, it parries. It does not let me use my Ash of War. So that's why I had to dual wield the weapon. If I want to use the Ash of War, I need to do a yield. And with that, I lose. So the raider, there is another of those raiders here. And we're going just to hit him. And he just had a blood loss. So this time he dropped something. Let's see. Yeah, the trousers. Okay, we want the whole Caden uniform if possible. But sometimes it just takes a lot of tries to do that. But you see that light in the distance? That's where we go. Oh, come back, come back. Let's pick up another golden rune. And we going over here. And get this grace. Every time we get over here, there is resin here. We need that resin. Collect them every single time. We may farm this later on. So there is excrements. So that should be like 3 of those resins, 1 excrement. And we're going to talk here to burn now. And I'm skipping the dialogue here because it's not really something. He sells a lot of Ash of Wars, and the one that we need the most is this guy here called No Skill. All of those Ashes of War are useful, and we're going to end up collecting them all. But the important ones, Stormblade is incredibly powerful. Most people don't give them the credit, but this thing is incredibly powerful. And some of our enemies use them against us. So we're going to equip that right away. First, we're going to add the charged flask. Now we going to allocate. So now we have 5 purple, 1 purple and 5 red. And I'm going to keep it like that for now, but eventually we're going to be allocating another one to our skills because we're going to use some FPs right away. So how we are at the moment, so we got on the shield, we shouldn't have we should be able, okay, so we did not equip, so let's put this Ash of War on the shield, and now we can actually use our Bloody Slash with the shield. Yeah, there you go. And So we good. So what is next from here? Next from here is to collect a very important uh, ash of war that is around here, and we definitely need to do that right away. There is also a cave in here that I think I'm going to do it right away. So with that, we go in here and then right there. But this is the first marker. There will be okay. Hold on. Don't forget to pick up, you know, all of these resins. Every time you come over here, pick up the resins. Don't leave them behind. Resin, excrements, whatever. There will be wolves coming down, and you frankly don't care about them. They will not follow us, so it doesn't matter. So all we want to do is it's go in this direction. And up there you can see there is a ball out there. We're going to get that. I think that is a somber smith stones. But what is important at here is that knight in there. We're going to fight him from the horse. So that thing that he did is golden vow, and is what we here for. And once he falls, you know, all you need to do is just go and finish him. So we're going to get the golden vow, and that's what we're here for. Now don't forget to go up and get that little shiny too. This dude. And just follow him. Don't worry, you won't die. So we got a somber one. So and that's all we needed from here, really. Are there any other things in here? There is some stuff in here. There is some stuff late that we're going to do here. We're going to come back and clear that. But right now, all we want is over here. And we're going to hit our first catacomb. Let's get some Trina lilies. And the thing is, I don't remember if this is on the top or it is on the bottom. It may be on the bottom. Yeah, it's definitely not on the top. So we'll have to find a way to go down there. And I think, yeah, I think this is fine. Is it here on the bottom or is it on the top? It's right here. Okay. So now we are here. Oh, now let's talk to the ghost. And we're going to get in. And folks, this is our first catacomb, the Death Touch catacomb. So where are we? I thought it would be up there. It is right here. So on your map it's here. So what we're going to do is, I think this is a skeleton and some imps. So we're going to respec our weapon. We're going to put another Ash of War, and that's what we wanted. You know, that sacred blade. We're going to make it sacred. Let's check one more thing. On equipment, we got a dagger. So let's see if we can use. Okay, we cannot use the dagger. The dagger needs 14 faith. We wanted a simple dagger. We're going to get a daggers later on, but we want a dagger to use golden vow. But at the moment, that is fine. We're going to keep on going this way, and let's see what we can do here. This is interesting. We're just going to get some resin here, and I think there will be a skeleton right there. Okay, so he's just started, and we're going to the interesting thing against the skeletons is that if you don't use a sacred blade, we're going to have to kill him twice. See? And that's why I wanted the sacred blade, because turning the blade sacred means that we will need to kill these guys only once. See, first, a hit of the sacred blade spell, which is going to kill him. This dude's. See, one hit and he dies. So sacred blade against these dudes is their bane. So easy. Now the problem is that it doesn't last forever, and we're going to have to actually kill them, some of them 2 to 3 times. Now also there are some of those dudes that are archers, and they hurt. They are all the way on the top. So why I went all the way down here? Because this is actually the lever that opens for the boss. Okay, so we have a couple of archers down here and some on the top. Okay, so if you're not careful, they're going to make short work of you. So go under, try to shield yourself from the arrows. Get the dudes. Try to stay away. I left one of those Gloveworth here, so let's pick that up. Don't make it easy for them. And now let's go back. So we should be able to we should be good to go here. So there should be a couple more. And then we almost home free. And I think the last one actually went and fell down. We don't care about him. Let's pick up the Yushigatana in here. Oh, look at that. Look at that miserable thing. Now you aggravated me. We don't have any more FP. Look at that. Now, contrary, we're not going to get any pots from these dudes. Okay, so we're going to refinish. Okay, we're going to get our FP. I think we collected the Ushigatana, but just let's make sure that we got it, because that's where we came for. We got the Ushigatana, and now let's go get the boss and finish our first catacomb. Wow. Nice. So the boss door is open now, and all we need to do is just go and get in. Before we get in, we're going to consume our flask of wonders, and then get our wolves. And the Black Knife Assassin, he is also very weak for Sacred Blade. So we're going to make our blade sacred, and and the wolves make short work of him. We got the Cerulean Dagger. Just make sure you collect everything in here. A couple of resins on the side. That is the chest. We got a death fruit, and that is important. Now we can return back to entrance. And folks, we are done with our first catacomb, and we're going to get over here, help Alexander, and do a couple more things before we actually wrap up. Okay, so this encampment here, we're not going to mess with it at the moment. We'll clear that later, but right now we don't want to mess with that. All we need to do is just go over here, talk to Alexander.
Help me! I'm stuck. Hello? Oh, I am pleased.
So let's help him out.
Just give and I'll pop.
And
give it your all,
the way we're going to help him is by hitting the crap out of him. There you go. Now we're going to talk.
Well concerned. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you.
You're
And
very welcome.
as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
Okay, so we got Exalted Flesh.
Once again, I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond, upon their southern edge, I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your blood?
Okay, so
I'm
he
heading
is
to
going
Rain Castle,
to Cated
and I've heard that
for the festival, but before that we're going to meet him other times. But right now, what we need to do is go back to the road and get to the site of Greats here. Oh. So, couple of things before we proceed. We still in Limgrave, right? But there are a couple of things that will happen here. That is Ashes of War that I want to, not Ashes, Spirit Washes that I want to collect in here. Uh, and if we keep on going from here, we're going to end up being in Caelid, which is this region where I really don't want to go at the moment. Just because there is so much content to do here before we do anything else. I'm just following the progression of the game at the moment, and doing a path that I know it's going to get us using content, but in a much better position to face the foes that we need to do. Now, this dude here, he is not really complicated. We can just go and kill him, but let's rest and collect our pots. Also, we need to pass time until morning. Then we're just going to leave. And folks, really, believe me, all I want to do is just go over here and get our weapon, which we're going to do right after this dude. We're going to get him. So off he goes. We got the sanctuary stone. What we really wanted is, the smithing stone here. There will be a merchant here that we're going to dispatch.
it's all my fault. Please. I said don't hurt me.
Oh, look at that. He causes madness. I didn't know that. That is awesome. That is awesome. I didn't know that he caused madness. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Okay, so we can ignore that big dude. Just go over here. Let's go pick up. Now, don't get me wrong. I think he will be yeah, he will be aggressive, and now we can actually deal with him. Yeah. The interesting thing is that I forgot to respec my blade. Oh, he uses madness. This is awesome. Okay, so here is what's going to happen. We're going to go back and get back over the bridge and respec our blade. Because I forgot, I don't want this blade to be sacred. I just want to be bloody. So let's go over here. Let's use Ashes of War over here. Let's put the thing back on blood. Now we are ready to actually kill that dude again. Now you don't want to be on the end of this thing. Whoa! 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 Okay, so how many runes? Not enough. That's fine. Now let's go get the merchant. So we messed up on him. I didn't know that he had madness. Ah, this is beautiful. I really loved it. So he killed us again. Beautiful. This is wonderful. Man, madness. So the good thing about that is that you can see how good some incantations are. You know, it's just like insanely powerful. And off we go. 2 hits of madness. 2 hits of madness, folks. And we need range on him. And unfortunately, we don't have anything for range at the moment. Which is fine. So we need to deal with this madness until he is without FP, I guess. We need to stay away and let him spam his madness, because eventually he's going to run out of yeah, let's see. All right, let's see if how many times he can do that. Well, quite a few times, huh? I think I hit him. Yeah, I hit him. So the madness building, look at that. Boy, he can spam this thing like crazy. Ah, man. Yeah, you told me. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to need some sort of range aid in here, but I don't have any. So we'll have to actually get personal on this thing. And boy, he is giving me a run for my money. I wish I had a bow. It takes a while to cast, but once it comes out, it does a lot of damage. So we got him once. It's all going to be on oh, we missed him. Okay. Twice and we are done. Okay. All right, folks. We definitely need a bow. Don't think anybody will sell us a bow at the moment. So we'll have to deal with this dude old-fashioned way. And Bloody Slash is the way to go. It's our range, but it's very close contact. I don't know if the shield is not gonna help us. Okay. Okay. And madness builds up so fast. I wonder if the shield is going to help. So let's see if the shield helps. It helped. It helped. It did help. But if we get too close, so we got a couple of hits on him. I think we have. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So look at that madness building. Look at that madness building. Okay, we got another one on him. I think one more in. Oh, I did not get him. Did not get him. Oh, we got him one more. All right. I think we need to hit him only once. Yeah, that was enough. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to leave this dude because we can get a bow and then come back to get him. That is fine. We're just going to get our runes and keep on going to do the content. But this guy is giving me a run for my money, and that is fine. I don't need him at the moment. We're going to fight regular folks here. And we're going to have to talk to D.
There's no mistake, is there? A tarnished, are you? I'm known as D. I hunt, heed my word. The village here, and worse yet, if you value you. The village here has turned back.
Okay, so now we're going back to this dads. Okay, so we killed some of those guys. The good thing is that some of some of those dudes, they actually uh, give us bow, so we may have a chance to collect that bow. I don't think we're going to. Nope. We got boats, but we didn't get the ballista or the bow. Let's move on. What D is telling us is that there is a mariner over here, and we can already see him. So let's get to the site of grace. Let's rest so we can get everything. It is the morning. We don't need to level up. Now this dude is also not easy, and the best way to deal with them is by having the Sacred Blade. So let's get this guy back to Sacred. What we're going to do here is make sure we are handling this, call in our dudes, and we're going to hit this mariner. We couldn't hit him, so he is going to be invoking people. Here he is. Oh man, okay. So he killed us. I can't believe that he did that. We were really doing okay, but that's fine. And I think I'm going to use, instead of the wolf, we're going to be using the jellyfish. Again, the same thing. The good thing is that he kills his own guys. Okay, so he is down, and there is another death root, and there is not a lot in here at all. Okay, so there are some stuff in here. There is a smithing stone. On this area, some Trina lilies, but that's pretty much it. So there is one smithing stone, a couple of Trina lilies, and I think a mushroom. Yeah, there is a mushroom, but not a lot of things that will excite us or take us out of the way to to actually do anything. So the important thing is over here, we can kill these dudes. So that is not a lot of stuff. What we want really is an area that is some turtles and I think it's this area here. Yep. So you can see the turtles here, and we're going to use our stone sword key. Not hit it, just examine. Use the stone sword key. And we're going to get yet another talisman. So there will be a bunch of turtles. I don't care about it. They give you turtle pickle neck, which is another building material. So yeah, so that is another talisman here. So yeah, let's kill these guys. So they give you the turtle neck meat, another material, and every single turtle will give you one of those. So it's good to farm that stuff. Most the turtle don't do anything, but they give you 4 runes. This is really, don't think it's a good effort, but so I think there is only one left. So now we collected this and we end up having a really good, nice ash of war that we're going to use. So this is the last turtle. So what is next, folks? So we've done this thing. I don't want to actually keep on going because we're going to end up in Caelid. I don't want to go in Caelid. So what we're going to do next is go back and do this area here. I want to actually go over here and collect our weapon before we wrap up, and I think that's what we're going to do. There is a caravan in here, there is some stuff to do here, but the important thing is there is a site of grace that is right here, and that's what we are going to do next. And then we can do the content over here, but I really want to go out there and collect our weapon. So you can see that, you know, we are pretty decent in terms of content. There is this Caden Raider here that we're going to ignore at the moment. There will be another Caden Raider in there. The caravan, we're not going to do the caravan. We're not going over the ruins. All we want to do right now is go collect that site of grace. And go get the heroin, because that's our weapon for the game, pretty much. And the sooner that we can get that weapon, the better. And the good thing about it is that, this is beginning of the game. It's Limgrave. Uh, we're not getting out of Limgrave. We're not doing anything in any other areas. Just going to rest here really quick. Uh, Pick up the mushroom. And then, we are going over here on this ever jail. On the way, we're going to be fighting those pages. So, okay, let's get the golden rune. All right. And let's go up. Stuff of Marika. So, and here is our first ever jail. Is the Forlorn Hound, and we're going to enter this ever jail. Okay. Now, there'll be a couple of things. You see that golden sign here? This is if you did not talk to Blythe, you won't see this thing. So you need to make sure that you did the steps, that you go talk to Blythe, and he'll help us defeating the Bloodhound. By yourself, I think this is not gonna happen. The Bloodhound is pretty fast, pretty erratic, and he's going to actually give you a really good run for your money. But with Blythe in here, the fight is over. Okay, Blythe is actually going to kill Darwin for us.
No.
So we're going just to.
This is where it ends for you.
This is where it ends, Darwin. Okay, so we're going to summon Darwin, and we're going to have Blythe. And we're going to beat the crap out of Darwin. Just make sure that you don't die. So we killed Darwin, and we just got our weapon. It's the Bloodhound's Fang. This weapon is going to go with us to the end of the game. So this is the weapon of choice. Of course, we're going to use other weapons just for the fun. Don't forget to come over here, talk to Blythe.
Right, I had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man.
He's going to give us a Somber Smithing Stone number 2.
Oh, yes. If you venture, tell him I sent him. Be sure I owe you one, all right?
So he's talking about his buddy E.G. We're going to meet him in Liurnia of the Lakes. So we are done here. And what we need to do now is go do some content. Okay? So there is a huge amount of content in here. A cave, another catacomb, some stuff over here. But this is going to be for the next episode. At the moment, what we're going to do is go back to the Church of Ella. We now have enough money to buy. We have enough money to buy.
Wait. Well, you're back.
So we're going to buy the crafting kit. We're going to buy all these recipes. And from this point on, we can actually kill Kali. It doesn't matter anymore. But he's the only one that I'm going to leave right there. So we're going to sit down. We don't want to talk to Melina. We're going to equipment. We're going to equip the Bloodhound Fang. We need 17 dexterity and 18 strength, but the only problem is dexterity at the moment. So we go back to level up. We need 17 dexterity and 18 strength. We still have enough now for endurance. No, we don't. So, but yeah, okay. We need 2,300 and so 800 more. We can actually do this, but right now the important thing is we go and get the Bloodhound Fang. This weapon is simply amazing, and this guy is going with us to the rest of the game. But we pretty much did a lot today, right? And we didn't have to go collect anything. We just follow the game. We start over here. We did content over here. We clear up the camp at level 0. we went, talked to Roderica. We went to War Master. We get Golden Vow. We even get a katana if you want. You know, you can equip the Ushi. You already have enough strength, enough dexterity. The Ushi is amazing. I'm going to be leveling the Ushi katana as well. But the main weapon is actually the Bloodhound Fang. The interesting thing is that if we go into the inventory, I think we have a Somber 2. I'm not sure if we have a Somber. Okay, we have a Somber 1 and 2, so we can bring our weapon to +3, +2, and we're going to be missing a 3, 4, and 5 and 6 that they are very easy to obtain, but we don't need it really. At this point, we don't need it. So next episode, we're going to do all of this area. In here, we're going to do this thing in here. We pretty much going to exhaust, going to kill a dragon in the lake, do a cave in here. We're going to do a lot of things, and we're going to clear up this whole area here. And then there is this whole area on the top, and then there is this whole area here. We pretty much done this whole area here under. There is, I think, maybe, I don't think there is anything in here. There are a couple of items, loose items in here. There are a couple of loose items in this area here. So, and that's for the next one. Thank you, and you guys have a good night. I'll see you next time. Most likely we will be streaming on Saturday, not a guaranteed.